Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to my 31 Days of Horror in October, Day 9. Now, today we're going to be talking about Day of the Dead, Bloodline. Now, Day of the Dead Bloodline is a 2017 film which runs approximately 90 minutes and is directed by Hector Hernandez Vitkins. Now, he was responsible for The Corpse of Anna Fritz and some TV. Now, this stars Jonathan Shea as Max. He was in Laid to Rest, That Thing You Do, and Prom Night, the remake. Sophie Skelton as Zoe. She was in 211 with Nicolas Cage. Another Mother Soul and some TV. And Jeff Gum as Miguel Salazar. He was in Rambo Last Blood, The Vault, which I actually really liked, and The Domino Effect. Now, this had a budget of $8 million and grossed a whopping $272,793. Yeah. Now, I've been wanting to see this for a while, and I'll be honest, I haven't heard anyone give this movie a good review. The best thing that I've heard about this film is my friend Nick, the Last Shoegazer, actually won this in a contest, and he watched it. I asked him how it was, and he said it was okay. So that's about the most positive response I've gotten from this one. This has a fairly interesting story. This tells the story primarily of Zoe and Max. Now, Zoe is a scientist who is working at a university in the beginning of the film. Max, played by Jonathan Shea, is a patient who comes in to get his blood drawn quite often because he's kind of special. And I don't mean special as in mentally challenged or anything like that. He just has weird antibodies in his system. Antibodies that can probably cure a lot of illnesses and stuff like that. The only problem is Max is obsessed with Zoe, and Zoe doesn't feel the same way. So he actually tries to rape her as the zombie apocalypse starts. He gets bitten, she gets away, she ends up at this bunker full of refugees where she is now the girlfriend of one of the army men that are there. As she's looking for a cure for the zombie apocalypse, they're out on a run where she used to work so she can get antibiotics for one of her sick patients, and she runs into Max again, who is still obsessed with her. Max sees her, recognizes her, and basically hitches a ride on their Humvee on the bottom of it in order to get to her. He gets inside and starts picking off people one by one, and that's one of the things that really surprised me. I was talking to my friend Joe earlier, and this actually plays out a little bit like a slasher film to some degree, which I thought was kind of interesting. Now, of course, they find him and chain him up. Zoe doesn't want him killed because he has these antibodies that can maybe produce a cure. But not only that, he's able to think where most zombies aren't because not all of his parts turned into rotted flesh. Like his heart and part of his brain, I believe is what they were saying. So she wants to take blood from him and experiment so she can find a cure for the zombie apocalypse once again. And Max, the zombie, is still obsessed with her. So you can kind of see where this is going. I'm going to leave it there. I actually enjoyed this one. I gave this one 7. And that is 7 smashed pumpkins. I think what hurt this film and why so many people crapped all over this film is because it has the Day of the Dead name attached. I think if it was called something different, I think people would have appreciated it a little bit more. But, I mean, after all, you are kind of tugging on the coattails of the late great George A. Romero when you call it Day of the Dead. And this was loosely based on his film Day of the Dead. Very, very loosely. So, but yeah, I did like this one. I gave it 7 smashed pumpkins. I will recommend it, but I'm curious as to thoughts. How did you guys feel about this movie? Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised. And don't forget to stay tuned for day 10. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.